So we open with Spice talking about her album release and she getting ready to do the Breakfast Club. Well, the Breakfast Club. And she gonna go on old Ironfoot. You know, the fallen out heifer. I gotta listen to her little album. It might be good. I love some good dance hall. But Carly Rae gonna drop by and let her know what went on in Dubai. I wouldn't let birds in my house. They're swimming with disease. I mean, really, are you inviting pigeons into your home? I mean, maybe if you want to sit on a park bench and feed them some crumbs. That's what Mona Scott does. They be in parking lots, she be throwing them, chicken gift cards. And also, Carly, as a bird, you're a cannibal. I just realized that. You're living off of other birds. I don't know if a pigeon is higher than a chicken in the pecking order, literally, but it's still cannibalism, bird on bird crime. Oh, God, Spice your bedroom. That furniture is so gaudy. Oh, my God. And that silver, it hurts. It hurts a lot. You could have just taken it down a notch and it still could have given you Queen, Caribbean Queen. But it gives me more of a overdone Vegas tea. I expected more from you. It's almost Gabrice and Gabrisi, but everything matches. Gabrice and Gabrisi has a lot of mismatched one-off scratch and dent stuff. As is. Because she as is. So Carly get to whining that her daughter got a man and she don't. This is supposed to be our trip. No, it wasn't. It was supposed to be you and Lamar. That's what it was supposed to be. And she was going third wheeler and you were going to do what you've done since her birth, which is ignore her for a man. And a piece of garbage man at that. Ain't like you trying to find her a daddy. You still looking for one. And Spice's man is getting on her nerves because he don't want her to be shaking that thing on stage. And I'm like, if you meet somebody and that's what they're doing, that's what they're going to continue to do. Like, she didn't work too hard for this album to come out to just be like, oh, let me go sit down and be your housewife. And do I trust you? Mm-mm. Because after she done sat down for 2 years, you going to run off with something younger and newer. And then she's going to be left holding the bag, but the bag will be empty. Carly Rae really going to tell Spice, oh, if you need me to do anything with the kids, just let me know. You didn't watch your own kid. What you going to do, take them to Trinidad and drop them off with your mama too? So you can chase some other third string basketball player? Girl, boom. Meanwhile, across town, we've got the light-skinned heifer Ruchi and her sissy working out because she's still mad at her mama spreading rumors that she on crack. Now, she don't look like she on crack to me. She look real healthy. That girl ain't doing no drugs. Maybe a little weed, but she ain't doing nothing hardcore. You can tell by that face. And her makeup is good. That girl ain't on nobody's crack. Don't say that. So she don't want to be away from her kids no more. And now that she's not doing nightclubs, she's on her arena tip. She's like, okay, I can bring them with me. More power to you. Put them in your rider. Be like, I got to have a playroom set up in the back. Now, the mama already done lied on this heifer. Why the sissy trying to get her to bring her mama to the listening party? Let her have her feeling. The mama don't need to be there. It's a listening party. It's not that big of a deal. Like, that means we gonna listen. There's still gonna be some tweaks. The mama ain't no music exec, so I don't really think she needs to be there to give her opinion. She's given enough of her opinion. At the end of the day, you're still her child, and she ain't acting like a mama, so you ain't got to treat her like one. If you a mama and you concern your child is on crack, the last place you take that to is social media. Because all you're going to do is stress somebody out, and what are they going to do? Turn to the drug. Come on, people, I need sense. I need common sense. So now Safari and Erica are joining us, and Safari says, well, I'm not with Erica in the hospital because I had to do my bookings in Miami. And that is how they make their living, and y'all are mortgaged to the hilt. So when you don't put a down payment on, you got to make sure you make that monthly nut. Safari also says, Erica didn't tell me that she was in the hospital. I didn't know my kids were at Scrap's until Scrap called me. So your phone ain't working. I'm sure Erica called you. Or did she? I could see Erica being in the hospital and not telling you to make you look like a deadbeat, even though you are a deadbeat. She was just helping you along. I don't think you was going to rush back no way. I don't know if I'd waste my breath or my fingers dialing your phone. But now Scrap and Bam seem to be trying to get on the good foot after she filed for the divorce. I'm sick of them playing with their relationship for a plot line because we don't care about it. Scrap, you are here because of Mama D, and I'm sorry, Bambi, you have just been boring. Like, I miss messy Bambi from Basketball Wives. This heifer, I'm sick of this heifer. Back with Dion's daughter, her and her friends are going on one of those drunk bicycle rides, you know, where it's the pedal pub. I don't think I would want to do a pedal pub. Like, I wouldn't mind riding around the city drinking, but I don't need to pedal. Just turn the car on. So she might be moving to Los Angeles since it's looking like she's going to get signed. Just make sure that's a good deal, girl. And now she's saying, well, I don't really miss my ex because he got a mattress on the floor with no headboard. I don't have a headboard, but that's because my bed faces the window. Also, I got a platform bed. I didn't want a headboard. All right, now we got Scrappy with Mama D, and that's what we want to see. So Mama D trying to tell Scrap, look, Bambi trying to file divorce on you. She has retained a lawyer. He's like, no, that's Erica. No, honey, that's Bam too, because she's sick of you. And so are we. Scrappy called her on her fake cry, like Mendices called his mama out on her fake cry. He said, look, I've known you my whole life. I'd have known you 30-something years. I know when you bullshitting me with them tears. And she's like, I'm not crying. I'm just saying. No, you're just trying to make this your moment because you're a scene stealer. And that's why we love you. More than your son. Now we're with Spice in New York promoting her album. So Spice on Wendy says she's single since she going through with her man. And she's like, I don't really need to be putting nothing out there right now. Don't nobody know we together. So I'm going to just say I'm single. Well, this going to tick him off. After that, we go over to Rico's listening party, or Richie's listening party, and let's see if her mama show up. The mama done showed up, so they gonna hash it out. Or argue. I think they're gonna argue. So she get to telling her mother she was hurt about the drug accusations, and the mama said, well, you should have picked up the phone and called me. And she said, I never went around talking to people about your drinking problem, so why are you on social media talking about my problem that don't exist? And Richie tired of her mama gaslighting her and trying to say she's felt betrayed and who are all these friends. No, heifer, we talking about what you did, not your friends. And you called my sister and asked her if I was on drugs when you could have brought that direct to me. You got my number. So then the mama starts saying, well, you always talking to people and it's your mama and it's your mama and it's your mama. And Richie's like, no, we talking about you. We talking about you. We talking about me and you. So Richie storms off. The mama gonna say, oh, the people you hanging with don't have relationships with their mama, so they don't want you to have one either. No, they recognize that you're toxic and that she should move on. So Richie and her mama get together in the parking lot, a la Mona Scott Young, and she's like, look, I'm sick of every time I talk to you about something you did that bothers me, you don't remember. You never remember. You never take accountability. Then move on. The heifer ain't gonna change. She's a Kenya. She's a Giselle. She will never take responsibility, so you've got to move on. Your kids may need a grandmother, but the way she treats you is the way she gonna treat them. Richie, I hate to tell you this, but everybody that is a mama ain't a mama. And you ain't got a mama. You got a birth mother, but you ain't got a mama. And honey, you're not a great mom because of your mom. You're a great mother in spite of her. Remember that. She taught you what not to do. Back with Erica, she get out of the hospital and go pick up her baby from Bambi's, and she's like, well, let me get the godmother to help watch him since, Safari ain't shit. But you should have known that man didn't want kids. You too old to not recognize a sorry sissy when you see one. Erica, you need to get off his Instagram. You done filed for divorce, so move on. He's intentionally hurting you. No, he ain't. He's always been this selfish. You were just too stupid to see it because you saw the dollar signs. You saw the plot lines. But he ain't intentionally hurting you. If you ain't looking on the gram, you ain't worried about it. He's being him. He's not intentionally hurting you because he's not thinking about you because you don't matter to him, nor do his children. A deadbeat. You trying to get live emotions out of a deadbeat. It don't work. So now we got Spice and her man arguing about the fact that she said she was single on Wendy Williams, old Ironfoot. He upset that she wasn't at the BET show he produced, and she upset that he's giving her attitude and took all her pictures down in the house. He says, you always think I'm trying to spite you. And she's like, I ain't nobody trying to spite you. You took my pictures down and I ain't got no ring on my finger, so I am single. And I didn't know what was going on. Nobody knows that we're together. And it looks like we ain't no more. Across town, Safari is like, yeah, I did go to see Erica, but she just kept whining about that heifer I was grinding on, so I got out. I wanted to talk about my chitlins. So Safari go to meet with the divorce lawyer, and she say, so how much time do you want with the kids? I think it should be 50-50. Man, you know you don't want them kids half the time. Let Erica have them kids. At least leave it with something, because you ain't got a penny for her. Now, Safari want to be crying. I just want to be able to see my daughter whenever you want. So screw Erica's schedule, screw your daughter's schedule. It's all about you. If you wanted to see that baby, you could have been home. Well, that was the shot.